Paris Saint-Germain get ready for another crack at the big prize. Will they get the win they need to get their campaign off to a flying start, or will their bubble burst over the course of the next 90 minutes? Well, it looks like a big game, sounds like a big game. Everyone involved is absolutely up for it. So it's away we go then. Jim, which player is best equipped for this game?
This guy, Declan Rice, is a player I really rate. With him, you get exactly what it says on the box. A workhorse defensive midfielder who likes to stay in the deeper part of midfield, knowing his primary job is to make sure he shuts down any build-up play in that area.
He would be the obvious choice, wouldn't he? He certainly has all the right qualities. The Rossi clears without hesitation. He's on it, can he get away? Rodri, nicely spread. Tries to cross. Oh, good climb! Well, that is clearly not the outcome he wanted.
Well, it really shouldn't be allowed to happen again. It needs to be dealt with at source.
Bellingham. And it's Ibrahimovic. Now Mbappe. And here's Zico. It's Zico! Zico! Glorious! That is a gem! An absolute gem! He just absolutely speared that in.
Yeah, you just don't save those, Peter. Too much power on, and the manager's absolutely loving this.
I doubt very much that this was in the script. Quarter of an hour played.
Bayer Leverkusen genuinely seem like a side that's confident with the quality they have out wide. They certainly like their little intricate combinations and link-ups.
Well, that's the impression I'm getting.
Yeah, I think you'll want to make sure you give the opposition a different look with each attack, variation, unpredictability. You know, that's always key to success.
Turns back here, probably the best option. That's a lovely, neat pass. Mbappe. And if you have just joined us, still just one goal between them. 1-0 the score. Massaro. That's destined for the flank. Space for him to turn and look. Takes aim and crosses. De Rossi plays the game a step ahead of almost anyone. Costa Curta. Eto'o. Mbappe, who does have an assist to his name. He's in a great position here. Tries to get it clear. Now it's Mbappe. Well timed, excellent interception.
Paris Saint-Germain really should be happy to let this half run out now and go again second.
And here's Bellingham. And that's been intercepted. Mbappe. Paris Saint-Germain, disappointing in the end there. They lack urgency. Threads one in, and he's in on decent chance! And that's a sharp finish. And this is getting better and better.
Yeah, and he did well not to stray offside there as well, Peter. He just seemed to instinctively know when the ball was going to be delivered, and he got it right.
Things starting to look very comfortable.
Well, now's the time you could afford to be more daring, Peter. It may be tempting to sit on this, but I'd say go and grab a third.
And the assistant referee has his flag raised for offside. Mbappe, spread out to the left. Oh, that's fabulous. So, a temporary halt to the action.
Well, I don't think most of us were expecting a second, Peter. It's become pretty much the ideal half.
That certainly seems to be the case.
And that ought to encourage an even more ambitious approach in this second half, Peter, with control already established.
Paris Saint-Germain looking composed, content, comfortable, leading 2-0 at half-time. So we're underway for the second half. That's a nicely weighted pass. And that has earned a reprieve for the time being. Kovacic. Expertly cut out, really nicely done. And there's his chance to lead the counter. Now it's Ibrahimovic. And he welcomes it in. Mbappe is onto this. Brilliantly cut out. Kovacic. Jacquet. Now Mbappe. Now, can they get him away? Distributed tidily. He's in plenty of space here. That's tidy. It's a goal kick. Chiellini. Paris Saint-Germain with this 2-goal lead. They're certainly looking much the more assured side. And he's been shifted off it. And it's Kovacic. Rodri. And that interception was most necessary.
He read that really well and stopped it.
And he's forced to go back. Lovely pass, but can he get there?
That's good play from him.
Now it's Ibrahimovic! Oh, quite a hit and quite a touch too.
Ibrahimovic certainly made the right decision there to hit it first time. I had the feeling he might try it the way the ball arrived.
Pacho. And it's Rodri. And he's found a way past. Good ball, good take. Just about up to 75 minutes. Can he latch on to this? It's out for a goal kick.
Substitution for Leverkusen, number 20.
So time for change, and this one has been on the cards for a little while. Now it's Mbappe. Has a look and plays it forward. Mbappe. Looking for a... He's had a shot! And It's there! And they are disappearing out of sight. That is so good, such sharp skills and such a delicious finish.
Oh, what a finish. I mean, an instinctive finish at that, and he probably didn't even have time to think about it too much.
Substitution for Leverkusen, number 8, Matteo
Bayer Leverkusen making further changes here and in quick succession.
Well, his stamina was called into question then, but there's absolutely nothing wrong with his heart and the efforts he put in. He was very willing, though, not quite able.
Zico! Decent attempt, but not quite good enough. Mbappe looking for the chance to skim one in from range. Time added on will be 2 minutes. Added time is up, and there goes the whistle. So a real showpiece win. This lot were simply far too clever for their opponents, and despite their best endeavours, it has ended in an easy win. Ibrahimovic claiming the Man of the Match award, and there is very little room for argument.
Hello everybody, and please.
So what do you take away from it all, Jim?
Well, the look on the manager's face says it all. He knows he set his attack up perfectly, and the players carried out his instructions to the letter, it would seem. Everything working very nicely.
So just time for me to say thanks to Jim.
Hello everyone, and welcome to...
So bring it on. Hype, expectation, emotion. The game yet to kick off. The excitement already palpable. And the mood is boisterous. It is a perfect ambience for the central characters who are ready now to perform. We're up and running then. And Shevchenko! And that's off target.
Well, that always looked a little ambitious for me, but still, at least he had the confidence to take it on.
Now, can they get him away? Mbappe is wide and looking to get onto this. Very nicely done. In towards the back stick. Expertly cut out, really nicely done.
Well, Wayne Rooney's role today will be crucial. We all know of his qualities as a goal scorer, but a lot's going to be expected from his creativity too. It's very rare for a striker to have such wonderful vision.
Yeah, he's a player whose performances always have an influence on the game one way or another.
Yeah, he's going to have to play the role of distributor, ball carrier and link man, and sometimes even track back. But he can do it all. He has an incredible work rate and an insatiable desire for victory.
And here's Rooney. Serginho. Messi. Oh, facing up to his adversary. This is a formidable matchup.
Well, this is intriguing.
There's some great running on show here, but ultimately there was no way through. He's found a way through. Too much on it, and that is an easy claim for the keeper.
Ibrahimovic clearly held on to it far too long there. Did he do enough to find someone? He looked as if he had his mind set on trying to do everything his way.
And it's Ibrahimovic. Threads one in. And the shot! Oh, that is rather wayward.
Well, there's always that risk, Peter, when a team commits too many numbers forward. You can't help but leave some gaps at the back.
Now it's Scholes. Now it's Rooney. Now it's Scholes. Over to the right flank. That's a good foray he's making. Delivered low.
Well, he got rid because he was under pressure.
And here's Messi. Oh, now here's an interesting matchup. Shevchenko. Defending of the desperate variety. Well, the movement is slick, the speed is slippery. The defence, though, able to hold on this time. And that's going wide left. Now it's Eto'o. Now, has he got the beating of his marker here? Well, that defending is unapologetically persistent. It's almost personal, and it had to be. Dest tries to pass it through, and he's picked it up out wide. Quick look at his watch, and the referee whistles for half-time. So we go in at half-time with both defences still yet to be breached. They rather cancelled each other out in the first period. Let us see what the second half brings. So neither side has found a way through yet.
It's not a bad game by any means, Peter, but it definitely needs an injection of some invention, creativity. There's so much you can do with all that industry by just adding a little bit of skill.
So we reach the halfway point, and neither side have yet been able to force the issue. It's 0-0. So straight into the second half.
Well, both sides are eager to get going. Here's hoping that it's a good sign. Things are about to change. We need a little more life in this.
He's in plenty of space here. And the whistle's gone, presumably for offside. Van Dijk. Some intricate passing, looking to progress the ball. Great defending, strong and determined. Plays a sharp little ball here. Played into the box.
That was well seen too. Good clearance.
Rice goes short. An instinctive delivery. Another corner. Any better luck this time round? And it's been taken short. In towards the back. Towering header! Firm header, just off target.
That's a really decent chance.
De Rossi. Manchester United are looking to play on the counter here, aren't they?
Well, I think it's pretty clear they've changed their shape, certainly when defending at least, because they've got to be ready to hit them hard on the counter-attack, and that seems to be...
Oh, give it away! He's picked his way... Oh, shooting shot! That's another chance! And that's in! Some heroic goalkeeping, but even that couldn't save them this time.
That's smart play from him, actually, Peter. That goal was all about positioning. He knew instinctively where to be should the keeper have gotten a little jittery.
Paris Saint-Germain have taken the lead.
Look, you can't deny that it's a blow, but this game is far from unsalvageable.
Your impression so far, Jim?
Well, I'm inclined to feel that if I was in that dugout, I'd want the players to...
Shevchenko! Shevchenko! This guy is class! A finish of true class! That is remarkable! All square in a matter of moments!
Yeah, since going a goal down, they've dug in to produce a really fine spell, which for me deserved that equaliser.
A moment that needed composure, and he had plenty of it.
Well, that's great disguise he got on that finish too. Just toying with the defence, making them guess the wrong thing to do. Made him look a bit silly, Peter.
We're looking at a different game now.
Well, I think the players will be buoyed by the fact that they've managed to level things in a hurry. Tails most definitely up now.
And he's made sure that's not getting through.
Manchester United really can't be faulted for their attitude, and if they go on to win this, it'll be fully deserved.
And he welcomes it in. Out of play for a goal kick.
Substitution for Manchester United, number 10.
Manchester United choosing to make the first change.
Well, for me, this was the obvious substitution. He'd become just a little jaded, and as a result of that, he was most likely to make a mistake. I think sometimes when the body becomes tired, the brain goes with it, and I think that's happened in this case.
Rice. The final 5 minutes. Ibrahimovic. It's Ibrahimovic! He lifts the roof! So is that it? Is this the moment they stole it? One sweeping move executed with deadly efficiency.
Paris Saint-Germain are such an adept counter-attacking team. They produced something out of nothing there. A few seconds was all it took for them to convert a defensive situation into a goal, and it's very impressive.
Paris Saint-Germain look like they've won it, but it's not over yet.
Well, these last few moments are going to be pretty frantic, I would think, as the
Takes a shot! Lacking in accuracy.
Substitution for Manchester United, number 8.
So a bit of a revolving door here. Lots and lots of changes. Van Basten getting the call here in what can be interpreted as a clear show of intent.
Yeah, I think it's time for some brave decision-making.
And he's forced to go back. Not too much more here than seeing out time, and time is very nearly seen out.
Well, at the moment, we're seeing an attempt to manage the advantage.
Now it's Ibrahimovic. Nicely aimed pass. And it's made its way to him. Mbappe! Mbappe! Irrepressible! That is a gem! An absolute gem! 2 up and in charge, and things are looking pretty good for them now. The purest possible contact. What a fabulous strike.
I think it was probably past the keeper before he even saw it. Incredible he got so much power with so little backlift.
And that will be it. Paris Saint-Germain can probably lay claim to the title of having been the better side here. Certainly more results-driven as they went about their business in an efficient manner. Ibrahimovic picking up the Man of the Match award, and no surprise there.
Hello, everyone, and welcome to
Well, what a sight this is. The colour, the choreography, the camaraderie. The fans have pulled out all the stops to make this a monumental occasion. Well, it looks like a big game, sounds like a big game. Everyone involved is absolutely up for it. So we're very much on the way now. Serginho, now he is quick.
Rapid, Peter, absolutely rapid.
I suppose if there was such a thing as a model Brazilian fullback, he'd be pretty close to it, wouldn't he?
Yeah, you don't win all those honours at club and international level without doing something right.
Ibrahimovic finds himself offside. Mbappe getting forward. He is through here. Batistuta! Batistuta! Utterly brilliant!
Well, this is already looking rather ominous for the opposition. When a player of his calibre can open up the scoring with a brilliantly classy finish, it could be a very long match for that defence to prevent it happening again.
Oh, that is a gem. The audacity to try it, and he made it count.
Wow, now that is stunning, Peter. But he is quite partial to those, isn't he? Certainly has the reputation behind him.
I doubt very much that this was in the script. Looking for a runner. Deftly away. So just a one early goal to report so far. 1-0 the score. Knocks it into space. Oh, can he finish? Now, who's going to be first to this? Ibrahimovic, a player who needs no introduction. And it's Bellingham. That'll be a throw-in. And here's Bellingham. Nice control. Bellingham with the delivery. And he's quick to get rid. Paris Saint-Germain very much in the ascendancy and with a goal to their name. In the end, they found themselves penned in, nowhere to go. Aimed beyond the defence. Big chance! Goal! And they're threatening to fly away here.
the goal scorer for Paris Saint-Germain.
And a trademark move ends with the inevitable classy finish.
Look, if you want to be effective on the break, then the key element is always pace. That's what really rips defences apart, and it's difficult to find an answer to it when it's applied like that.
Paris Saint-Germain are sitting pretty, 2-0 up.
Well, that's a real psychological weight off the shoulders, I think. It's a very different game now at 2 up.
Turns back here, probably the best option. Juve might just make this. Van Bouten spots it and intercepts. Batistuta. Not pretty, but it gets the job done. And he skips past his man. Vinicius Junior. This is promising. Vinicius Junior! And he was there to get a vital touch.
Vinicius Junior is offering a wry smile there.
And they've got rid. And now they can spring out of defence. Bellingham, who needs just a moment to score a goal. And it's Cruyff. Threads one in, and he's picked it up out wide. Batistuta's cross.
That's good defensive concentration.
Chance for a shot! Oh, denied brilliantly!
Ibrahimovic really must be thinking what he has to do to score there.
Inter Milan are looking to go forward now. And the referee has signalled for half-time. What have we learned from the first 45 minutes?
Well, I think things have worked out pretty well so far, Peter. If it ain't broke, don't fix it. So I think the manager has to resist change at this stage.
Paris Saint-Germain looking composed, content, comfortable, leading 2-0 at half-time. Back on the way then. Ibrahimovic. Good, strong midfield running here. And the whistle's gone, presumably for offside. Messi. Mazraoui. Bellingham. And it's Cruyff. That's good running with the ball. Can he get on the end of this? And shot a goal! Euphoria, utopia, and they are cavorting. And with that, it is pretty much a done deal.
Yeah, and he did well not to stray offside there as well, Peter. He just seemed to instinctively know when the ball was going to be delivered, and he got it right.
Three-0, and things are starting to look awfully cosy. And it's Aguero. And he welcomes it in. And this is Batistuta. Oh, that's nice. And this is... And the shot! And that's a good finish. This day becomes absolutely perfect. Utterly ideal. A momentary lapse mercilessly exploited. They were absolutely lethal.
Well, Peter, they should just never have lost the ball from there, but you have to give credit and fairness to the front-footed pressing too. Made things quite uncomfortable for them.
2 goals on the day, and he may not yet be done. Paris Saint-Germain are at the peak of their powers. As for their opponents, a long way from that.
To be expected, Peter. They've gone and stepped it up, something they've been threatening to do and will continue to do by the looks of it.
Gets his head on it! Oh, he's managed to get himself offside. Ibrahimovic looking to shake off some unwanted attention.
Yeah, there's...
Oh, he's won a real chance! And that's a sharp finish. And the headlines continue to get darker and darker.
After 64 minutes in.
I can see some heads dropping here now, Peter. I see things getting even worse out there if they're not careful.
And he's done it again. He's got his second. Things looking so easy, almost too easy here.
This is wonderful front-footed football. The manager will be absolutely thrilled to see his team clicking in every department.
Mbappe. Clipped into space. And this is Batistuta. And here's Mbappe! And he seemed certain to get the sixth.
Oh, what a chance. He probably had more time than he realised.
Chiellini can get it clear. And here's Aguero. Now it's Vinicius Junior. Oh, shooting chance! Oh, impressive strike.
Well, that's a sign that he clearly feels the need to take it upon himself to try and get his side back into this.
Substitution for Inter, number 13.
Inter Milan can now introduce the first of their substitutes.
Lionel Messi coming on the field. Number 9, Jude Bellingham. Number 22, Dennis Bergkamp.
Bellingham. And he's forced to go back. Chiellini. Oh, and they're quick to press here, right on top of them. It's Cruyff. Costa Curta. And it's Ibrahimovic. He's found a way through. Chouameni. Akanji. And it's Bergkamp. Serginho. And he's been shifted off it. Oh, Red, nice interception.
They've got to be quick moving this forward.
Mazraoui. Looking for the run. Oh, and the shot! And he hits the net! Wonderfully smooth, smart and slick.
Well, it always comes down to the telling final pass, and that was a beauty.
Well, they may be down, but they're in no mood to go quietly. Bellingham. Oh, this looks sharp. And it's Bergkamp. And Serginho. Referee looks at his watch and blows his whistle. Oh, this is a side which is purring, picture perfect, a win they will relish, having pulverised what was put in front of them. It was a pulsating performance.
Hello, everyone.
Ibrahimovic voted man of the match and is...
Hello, everyone, and welcome to
The noise is just about reaching a crescendo here as these two sides get ready to lock horns. This is football at its finest. Just listen to that noise. This place is definitely up for it. Let's hope we get a contest worthy of the setting. If you have just joined, you have just missed the kickoff.
In a system like this, Peter, the winger-fullback combinations can be absolutely crucial.
Yeah, and no doubt you can expand on that for us, Jim.
Well, there's just so many potential options and movements. Overlapping, underlapping, wingers vacating spaces to be occupied by fullbacks, coming inside, creating overloads down the middle on either flank. You get those right, and this can be a very effective system.
A tried and tested formula.
And believe it or not, Peter, we even did that back in my day.
And it's hoisted clear. And now they can spring out of defence. And that could set him on his way. And this is Cruyff. Great vision. And that has been knocked clear. Tries a shot!
Well, he got rid because he was under pressure.
And now a sudden chance to counter. Now it's Van Basten. And that's been intercepted.
He read that really well and stopped it. Well, it's not the best when it comes to decision-making. OK, initially he probably was afforded the space to hold on to it, but the longer he did that, the more he was going to be swamped.
And he's picked it up out wide. Neither of these two want to come off second best. There's the header! Goal! Spain! And it's Spain who take the lead. Satisfyingly simple. There's almost a sense of beauty to this.
So well played, Peter. Did a great job keeping sight of the ball. Made a classic move and met it perfectly.
So the first moment of real significance.
It's so often the case with goal scorers, little influence, and all of a sudden, bang.
Well, that pass isn't the best. Great ball, and he's in here. It's Ibrahimovic! Oh, split-second reaction.
Really anticipated that well, didn't he?
Ibrahimovic! And he's heaved it away. And he's really put himself on the line here. Shevchenko gets it clear. And it's Thuram. Pinches it off him. No foul, says the referee. Spain are looking to go forward now. Excellent challenge there. Cruyff! And that has earned a few nods of approval from the bench. He's found, goes for a shot! Spain have the chance to go the other way. Now that's well seen too. Now it's Messi. Messi. And he's been shifted off it. Kubasi. And it's Shevchenko. Cute ball now, how can he reach it? And he shoots! Oh, the ball's run loose here. Ibrahimovic.
There will be 3 minutes at a time.
Mbappe. Mbappe makes a dash for it. Shoots! And a terrific save from the keeper.
Batistuta clearly thought he had the beating of the keeper.
Hakimi can get it clear. And that is the end of the first half. There's been no shortage of industry or intent thus far. A little inspiration and inventiveness perhaps the only things lacking. Paris Saint-Germain come in at half-time on the wrong end of a 1-0 scoreline.
It's been a pretty tepid display. They'll want to use this break wisely to regroup and come out with some fresh initiatives. This is all still very salvageable, maybe even winnable.
So that was the first half, and we will be back with the second half shortly. So let's get the ball rolling.
Well, I think in these circumstances, it's all about how to adjust the balance of your team. I mean, you want to get back in it as soon as possible, but without leaving yourself too open.
Shot, surely! And that's a good finish. And there's the goal they've been looking for. Wonderfully smooth, smart and slick.
It was wonderful vision to see the movement ahead, and how about the weight of that pass? Ideal.
Spain are now luxuriating in a 2-goal lead.
Yeah, and you have to say that the contrast of moods are very visible now. They really fancy themselves to go and wrap things up.
Wriggles his way through. He shifted it to the flank. And it's Bellingham. And here's Messi. Lovely feet. And Messi! And he looked every bit the assured keeper there.
Messi is offering a wry smile there.
Paris Saint-Germain are looking to go forward now. Rodri.
There's no doubt it's a long way back, but they can at least give us something to believe the gap might be closed.
Ibrahimovic! Ibrahimovic! Oh, he gave that an almighty thump.
Well, he looks like he's annoyed with himself there. He didn't do an awful lot wrong, did he?
Rodri. And that interception was most necessary.
That was well played, well stopped.
Well, that was well positioned and well pinched. They can't hurt with their backs to goal.
And no, that was never going to make it. Cruyff currently being consciously targeted.
Well, with his set of skills, he has to stir the most concern and the most...
And Batistuta! Good run, lovely take, but that is where it stopped.
That's good running. It makes life so much easier when you have people who are willing to go beyond the defence like that. That's just playing it safe and simple.
Gabriel. To Messi. Can he get it through? The defence opting here for strength in numbers. Now it's Batistuta. Just eases him off the ball. Nicely weighted ball. Well, the runner's been sold a little bit short there.
Well, everything up to the final pass looked decent. They just couldn't pick out that killer ball.
And he was alert to it. Passes coming off in quick succession here.
Yeah, they were looking for a counter-attack.
Alexander-Arnold. And this is Van Basten! And that is certainly not what he had in mind.
Substitution for Spain, number 5.
Final checks on the touchline. A change about to occur.
Lionel Messi coming on the field. Number
Rodri.
21, Nico
Costa Curta.
Number 25, Lamine Yamal. There will be 3
Added time
minutes.
going up here. It's 3 minutes. Tries one from range. And he has produced there the crispest of hits.
Well, he does strike a very pure ball, doesn't he? It's great technique.
Number 23.
So we have further activity on the bench here.
I think you have to admire his willingness to keep plugging away, but the manager has done him a big favour, I think, by taking him off. You know, he was looking very, very leggy.
He's shifting through the gears here. And that's played in low. And that is as far as it goes. Well, that's a tough one. Losing is never good, but this one feels especially hard to take. Not a lot that went glaringly wrong, but the result is one that will make them suffer. Your final thoughts, Jim?
Paris Saint-Germain desperately failing to impose themselves.
Well, what a scene we have here. There's a real expectant buzz in the stadium, and the players on the pitch are raring to go any minute now. Well, colour and passion just oozing from the stands here. These fans love their football, and we're about to be dished up a feast of it. We are just getting started.
There's Lamine Yamal, Peter, the latest Spanish superstar. I'd like to see him get a lot of freedom on that right wing.
And is that his best position?
I'd say so, Peter. With him being left-footed, he can cut inside, but he's such an all-round threat. He has that blistering pace that he can use to beat the best defenders, and it's very difficult to stop him once he starts linking up with others, once he's made that inside run.
Lovely pass, but can he get there? Bumps him off it and wins back the ball. Looking for the run. Oh, good take in a good area. Swings it across. Oh, it's gone in!
I've been there myself, and that's the last thing he wanted to happen. I really sympathise.
So one moment's crazy confusion, but they all count.
Look, often chances are hard to come by in these games, so just one mistake could be all it takes to make the difference.
And he welcomes it in. Hoist it in. Oh, that's a fine interception.
Well, I wouldn't quite advise they should resort to risk-taking at this stage. There's plenty of time left yet.
Now it's Aubameyang. And that's been intercepted.
He read that really well and stopped it. Well, a few of his teammates are quite furious with him, as they felt they were within reach, but he made nothing of it. His boss doesn't look too amused either.
Driving on and making good progress. Alexander-Arnold. Messi. Oh, he had to make that, and he did make it.
They want to be quick here. It's breakaway time.
And this is Ibrahimovic. Nicely weighted ball. Swings in across. And it's claimed by the keeper. Rodri does really well to win the ball there. Delicate ball, and it needs to be. Now it's Ibrahimovic. Ibrahimovic made a good run there.
Okay, it didn't quite come off on this occasion, but you get the feeling as a team they might want to just stick with this approach.
In with the challenge. Aubameyang, never out of the action for very long. And here's Suarez. Some intricate passing. And Aubameyang! Again, a brilliant save. Oh, well played. That has snuffed out the danger. Mbappe. Thuram. It's Bellingham. Yamal. Messi. And it's Cruyff. Bellingham. And that's going wide left. Puyol. Quick look at his watch, and the referee whistles for half-time. Well, there were plenty of talking points in that first half, but just the one goal. It's still anybody's game here. Well, that is the first half done, and we are ready for what follows in the second. So we're underway for the second half.
Well, I think in these circumstances, it's all about how to adjust the balance of your team. I mean, you want to get back in it as soon as possible, but without leaving yourself too open.
Aguero! And that has earned a few nods of approval from the bench. And now a sudden chance to counter. Now it's Mbappe. Look at the space, great chance! And a terrific save from the keeper.
Bellingham clearly thought he had the beating of the keeper.
A header! No, not the best of headers.
Incredible. He had all the time in the world to pick his spot as well.
Paris Saint-Germain still behind thanks to that solitary strike. Rodri, very much a man of this moment. Egypt are a team known for their direct brand of football, so Jim, what are we looking for here?
Well, I think it depends on a couple of things, Peter. Firstly, you know, whether they have a quality passer who can play those balls from a little deeper. And then secondly, you need someone up front to be able to hold on to it, be the link man. It can be very effective against teams that like to press high up.
Shoots! It's a goal! They have come roaring back!
Well, I always thought they had it in them, Peter. They upped the quality as needed, and once they got going, they were awfully hard to stop. Yeah, that's really well played, Peter. It's very, very simple. The ball through to him was just beautifully measured.
We're looking at a different game now.
Well, I'd happily watch this every week, Peter. This is exactly what you want from a big game.
He's got away. Big chance! Oh, and that is really good tenacity. Great effort, he flew in with courage.
Well, he can't be accused of not being brave, Peter, and his boss will give him the thumbs up, I'm sure.
Mbappe. Akanji. Now he's off and running. Now Costa Curta. Cruyff under intense pressure.
Well, he has to become a target. They've been too slow to recognise his influence.
Aguero. Now it's Aubameyang. Looking for options for movement. He's on it, can he get away?
Egypt clearly are pushing for the win here, Peter. It's making for a very frantic end to this game.
And it's Cruyff. A game with so much to recommend it. Fabulous contest, but... And the shot! And that is doing no harm at all.
Mbappe really looks sharp out there. That first touch, sensation.
Substitution for Egypt, number 6.
So now we're going to get those changes we have been expecting.
Lionel Messi, number 8. Lamine Yamal, coming on the field.
Looking to play him in.
Well, that might be that, Peter. Maybe both sides just going to have to settle for the draw now.
Takes a shot! Oh, that could be pivotal! Oh, that has got to be it! This has to be it! One sweeping move, executed with deadly efficiency.
Well, it's an example of counter-attacking at its finest. Real cut and thrust.
Paris Saint-Germain found a way, forcibly. Now they must hold out.
Well, these last few moments are going to be pretty frantic, I would think, as the opposition try tooth and nail to get back into this. We're never done till it's completely...
He's having a shot! No question, this is the man you want to get onto the end of things. Ibrahimovic gets on his bike and on the move. Akanji deals with that comfortably. And that is as far as it goes. Paris Saint-Germain have won it by sheer force of character. As winning teams do, they managed to find that little extra when they needed it. Ibrahimovic voted man of the match, and deservedly so. So a game of thrills and tiny margins, so many what-ifs and what... Well, what a scene we have here. There's a real expectant buzz in the stadium, and the players on the pitch are raring to go any minute now. Just listen to that noise. This place is definitely up for it. Let's hope we get a contest worthy of the setting. So we're very much on the way now. Shapes to shoot! It's loose. Oh, it's fallen kindly here! Chance! And now they can spring out of defence. That's been slipped through. And no, he's seen through all of that. Chiellini did well to emerge with the ball. That's a contest to keep an eye on. And it's Cruyff. Oh, he's caught him there, it's a free kick. Thuram. Oh, sweet feet. Oh, that's fabulous. It's a goal kick. No goals as yet. Beckham. Now it's Hazard. Hazard finds himself offside. He's got away. Now it's Messi. Oh, now here's an interesting matchup. Now it's Batistuta. Beckham. Nicely aimed pass. Now it's Shevchenko. Great vision. Bellingham. Can he get on the end of this? Now the ball in. Getting up there! Goal! Paris Saint-Germain! And Paris Saint-Germain take the lead. He watched it all the way, and the finish was unerring.
Yeah, it all came from some really smart movement, Peter. Did the defence let themselves down by not picking him up? I think the boss won't be amused.
So the first goal of the game.
Well, this will present the manager with a few interesting options, Peter. Try sitting on this or push on with the opposite.
Oh, he's certainly caught him there. It's a free kick. And he is going into that little black book. Beckham. He won't be happy with that one. Threads one in. And the two sides separated by the game's only breakthrough moment to this point. 1-0 the score. Truthfully, it was hard to see any better outcome there. Goes looking wide. And no, that was never going to make it. Rodri.
They need to play this quicker in transitions like this.
A probing pass. Batistuta. Punched away. Bergkamp. Can he spark a counter here? Distributed tidily. Spread neatly. He's picked his way through. It'll be a throw-in. Oh, lovely Phidias. And the shot! Oh, that is a fair try. And it's half-time. Well, there were plenty of talking points in that first half, but just the one goal. It's still anybody's game here. Paris Saint-Germain up by 1 goal at the halfway point.
I think on the whole the team linked up very well and has been organised, hence their position. They can afford to be a little braver with the ball, I think, something they'll be told many times, I'm sure, during the interval.
Paris Saint-Germain leading via the game's only goal, 1-0 at the break. So, into the second half. Paris Saint-Germain leading courtesy of the game's only goal. And it's Ibrahimovic. Cruyff plays the game a step ahead of almost anyone. Messi. And this is Shevchenko. He is through here!
Well, it's not the best when it comes to decision-making. OK, initially he probably was afforded the space to hold on to it, but the longer he did that, the more he was going to be swamped.
Ibrahimovic. And this is Cruyff. Mbappe. Mbappe! Well, he's had a decent crack at it.
Just couldn't quite control it. Nothing wrong with the height and the contact.
Still just a single goal between the sides.
Well, yet another interception and a show of anticipation to be commended.
Konate. Your impression so far, Jim?
There's a lot of football still to be played, Peter, so ideally they need to maintain an attacking endeavour.
Oh, perfectly measured that. Koulibaly clears without hesitation.
Substitution for München, number 20, Eden Hazard. Coming on the field is number 18.
Vinicius Junior. And it's Beckham. Bergkamp quietly revving up. And it's Messi. Beckham. Serginho.
That's just playing it safe and simple.
Substitution for München, number 23, Andrei Shevchenko.
And he's managed to gift it back.
Number 7.
Thuram has quite the footballing brain. He's almost never outsmarted. Van Bouten. Oh, and they're quick to press here, right on top of them. That's a risky ball, you've got to say. Cruyff currently being consciously targeted.
Look, if they want to shut down the threat, he's a very good place to start.
Now it's Batistuta. And here's Ibrahimovic. And the finish!
I think the message here is quite clear, Peter. They want another one and will seemingly keep going until they get it.
Serginho. Vinicius Junior.
Munich really don't have a choice now. They just have to throw everything forward and give themselves a chance to draw level.
Very much into the last knockings. Now that looks a decent ball.
2 added minutes have been in.
Nicely spread. Aimed beyond the defence. Now it's Vinicius Junior. He's shifting through the gears here. That's that, the end. Paris Saint-Germain have held on. They have doggedly, sometimes frantically, preserved the tightest of leads. Batistuta, voted man of the match and is... Well, football is, of course, ultimately just a game, but for the next 2 hours, it might not feel like that. The stadium is full of noise and energy. This certainly matters. Well, it looks like a big game, sounds like a big game. Everyone involved is absolutely up for it. So we're very much on the way now. Who do you think this turns on, Jim?
Well, this one is pretty easy. It's got to be Aguero. How do you contain someone with the speed of movement, technical strength and finishing ability that he possesses? All I'm saying is that I'm glad it's not me trying to stop him.
I think the opposition defence agree too. He's going to be the source of so many of their headaches. Batistuta. Cruyff. Looking for the run. And that has been slung wide. He has found the way through. Barella. Now it's Mbappe. Can he get it through? Bout of passing here, really easy on the eye. And it's made its way to him. He is through here. It's Aguero! Goal! Barcelona! Gorgeous, just gorgeous.
Oh, how does he get the ball to do that? He's on another level to most of his peers.
Sergio Aguero.
Barcelona have fired themselves in front.
Well, I guess this ought to make things interesting, Peter. No doubt the opposition will now be forced to play a more open and riskier game.
Plays a sharp little ball here. And that's gone all the way through to the keeper. Thuram makes the interception. And it's Bellingham. Now that looks a decent ball. Nice interception, his positioning was spot on. Mbappe, and the shot! Shin to shin, bicep to bicep, and he wins out. And here's Ibrahimovic, Cruyff! Oh, and they really should have been made to pay.
I'm really impressed with the tenacity he's shown to intercept that. That's how they're going to make things happen.
Mbappe. Musiala receives it in a good position here. Shoots! And he's stuck it away. A quite incredible spell. They are flying. Lacking for neither time nor space. It could scarcely have been more straightforward.
Such a smart finish, and the setup was very good too, but defensively, they didn't cover themselves in glory here.
Barcelona are sitting pretty, 2-0 up.
Well, now's the time you could afford to be more daring, Peter. It may be tempting to sit on this, but I'd say...
Tries one from range! And that's what you call inspired goalkeeping.
Yeah, he was well placed to deal with that.
Camavinga gets it away. And that's a throw-in. Oh, that's neat. Time perhaps for one last twist before half-time. Luis Suarez is a player who barely needs an invitation to shoot. Bellingham. And it's Ibrahimovic. That is good alertness. Oh, this looks sharp. Now it's Mbappe. This looks promising. Lovely bit of skill. Shot at goal! And that is certainly not what he had in mind.
Well, it was going to take something a bit special from there, and that wasn't it.
Costa Curta. Cruyff. The whistle's gone, and that's it for the first half. So your views on the first half?
Well, I think things have worked out pretty well so far, Peter. If it ain't broke, don't fix it. So I think the manager has to resist change at this stage.
So that's how it stands at halfway. We'll be back with the second half very soon. So the action resumes.
I think it'll be fascinating to see how they're going to change their approach here. They have to go for it and try and pull one back, but they also have to be aware that going 3 down will probably seal their fate.
Casillas gets his hands on it, and the danger is averted. He's on it, can he get away? And it's Alexander-Arnold. Camavinga. Barcelona are very much a team that like to work off a central target. Is that how you see them, Jim?
Yeah, I agree with that, Peter. They seem to have the right personnel, certainly on the delivery front. I'm sure there's a trigger to this, whether it's someone opening up the passing lanes or making a move into the box.
So, Jim, is that the manager telling the forwards that they must stay forward for now?
Well, I think he just is concentrating on the shape here, and he wants them to press as high as they can and get in the right position to do that collectively.
Aimed beyond the defence. Musiala, who's set up 1 goal so far. And Alexander-Arnold. Threads one in. That is a great pick out. Alexander-Arnold picks it up out wide. Oh, good! Oh, crossbar! Costa Curta. And it's Bellingham. Bellingham running with the ball. Nicely weighted ball. And the finish! And it's there! It's all becoming so easy.
For Barcelona, after 75 minutes in.
Well, was he ever going to miss that? Of course he wasn't.
Suarez really can't believe his luck. He was allowed so much room when he should have been boxed in.
Substitution for Barcelona, number 13.
Barcelona choosing to make the first change.
Well, his stamina was called into question then, but there's absolutely nothing wrong with his heart and
It's Ibrahimovic! Lacking in accuracy.
well, that's a sign that he clearly feels the need to take it upon himself to try and get his side back into this.
And here's Aguero. Rodri does really well to win the ball there. Oh, he's enjoyed that. He evidently loves the contest. And that's been intercepted.
That was well played, well stopped.
Luis Suarez. Now it's Mbappe. Well, the defence proved infallible then, but that won't be the last they'll see of him. Mbappe. Not too much to add on here, just a minute. And it's Bellingham. And that's that. A tale of two teams, one irresistible, unstoppable, the other fragile and seemingly clueless. So what do you take away from it all, Jim?
This is a
Paris Saint-Germain desperately failing to impose themselves on the...
Well, football is, of course, ultimately just a game, but for the next 2 hours, it might not feel like that. The stadium is full of noise and energy. This certainly matters. Well, the pre-match build-up has been fantastic. Now, the game itself. We're up and running then. So, Jim, tell me this, who are you looking for in particular? And Batistuta! Oh, glorious Batty goal!
Well, this is already looking rather ominous for the opposition. When a player of his calibre can open up the scoring with a brilliantly classy finish, it could be a very long match for that defence to prevent it happening again.
Wonderfully smooth, smart and slick.
What about the pass, Peter? It was played so intelligently and he picked out the perfect target.
So we have had the first significant moment. It is 1-0.
Well, that's really changed the mood in the stands, Peter. It ought to encourage more positive football, a more front-footed approach. It's got to be.
Delivered across. And that has been cleared. And they can counter here. Mbappe. Oh, that's delightful. Now it's Bellingham. Oh, sweet feet. Now it's Cruyff. Mbappe! And he's really put himself on the line here. And now a sudden chance to counter. That's a risky ball, you've got to say. He's found a way through. Oh, good... And he's stuck it away. Ah, it's offside and that'll count for nothing.
The decision came a little late because the referee initially didn't see the assistance flag, but it's the right call.
A moment's uncertainty there, but it is the right call. Paris Saint-Germain very much in the ascendancy and with a goal to their name. Tries to play it through, and that has found him in acres of space. And the assistant referee rightly gives him offside. Chiellini. And it's Cruyff. Great vision. He's in a great position here. Looking to play him. And the shot! Goal! And this is getting better and better.
Paris Saint-Germain, after 24 minutes in.
Truly superb. A goal of such supreme quality, composure and class.
Well, you've always got to have players that are willing to make the runs, and when you keep plugging away, that will happen.
So that's two now without reply.
Yeah, and you have to say that the contrast of moods are very visible now. They really fancy themselves to go and wrap things up.
Thuram has quite the footballing brain. He's almost never outsmarted. Van Bouten. Cruyff. Cruyff. 15 minutes till half-time. Paris Saint-Germain have got it back and they'll have another go. Spread it left. He's found a way past. Knocks it into space. It's over the line and that'll be a goal kick. Alexander-Arnold. Paris Saint-Germain looking forward to the break after some very good work in the first 45 minutes. Tries to pass it through. It looks a good ball through. And this is Cruyff. Mbappe. Shot, surely! Had a swing, but it wasn't to be.
Listen, I'm not sure he had to go at that first time, but at least he showed some good confidence.
Alexander-Arnold to Messi.
There will be 3 minutes at a time.
And it's Alexander-Arnold. And that's going wide left. Space for him to turn and look. Oh, here's a man adored by many. That's the end of the first 45. How do you look back on the first 45 minutes?
Well, I think things have worked out pretty well so far, Peter. If it ain't broke, don't fix it. So I think the manager has to resist change at this stage.
Paris Saint-Germain looking good, feeling good. It is 2-0 at the break. Down to business again. Shaw venturing down the left. Messi. Great defending, strong and determined. Oh, that is good. Super running, sharp movement. Came up against a defender, though, who was ever so determined. Mbappe. Now it's Bellingham. And here's Batistuta. Tries a deft little ball. Oh, he's managed to get himself offside. Van Bouten. So, Jim, is that the manager telling the forwards that they must stay forward for now?
Well, I think he just is concentrating on the shape here, and he wants...
And Cruyff! Oh, the keeper's done ever so well.
Cruyff actually didn't do an awful lot wrong, to be honest.
Rice is there, and he can get that clear. Santos are looking to go forward now. Rafinha. Cristiano Ronaldo! And he hits the net! They forced the error and extracted the maximum punishment.
Oh, that was beautifully done. They were ready to pounce, and they were clinical when the opportunity presented itself.
Santos cut their deficit and look raring to go again.
Well, there's a real sense that the momentum has shifted here, Peter, and the crowd are reacting to that now.
Chance! In he goes again! Oh, good finish! And he's only too grateful to capitalise on the keeper's misfortune.
Oh, that's great movement from him. He instinctively knew that the ball was going to come back out and put himself where he needed to be. The sort of thing you just can't teach.
Paris Saint-Germain now in a position far more desirable.
Well, this is nothing less than they deserve, Peter. They're in the driving seat now.
No, that's been intercepted. Well, quality clearly deserted him at the crucial moment.
His teammates are really annoyed with that, you know, and they have every right to be.
Shot could be on, and Batistuta! Euphoria, utopia! And they are cavorting with fun and fury. They continue to do their thing. That is so good, such sharp skills and such a delicious finish.
Yeah, he gets top marks for that finish. I honestly thought his odds weren't that good.
Substitution for Santos, number 19.
So the manager can make a change for the first time in the game here.
Well, this could be a bit of a nightmare scenario for the defence, as you're going to be facing a very willing runner now, especially one that likes to make those runs beyond the defensive line.
It's starting to look like a done deal now.
And things are much healthier in their favour. Mind you, you would have thought that when the last one went in.
Chiellini. It's not an especially good pass, that. Thuram. A picture of focus and alertness. Bellingham. Mbappe under intense pressure.
Well, learning from your mistakes and not repeating them is never completely guaranteed, but that rear guard is more...
Batistuta! Incredible! Just incredible!
Look, that was a technical interaction of great football. That has gone down a treat.
Clinical, just clinical. What a game this is turning out to be for him.
Well, he's made this game all about him. He's got a fantastic appetite for goals.
Substitution for Santos, number 25.
Santos can make their change now with a break in play. Royce getting the call here in what can be interpreted as a clear show of intent.
Yeah, I think it's time for some brave decisions.
It's Cristiano Ronaldo! Oh, he's kept it out. That's a great save. And that is well cleared.
6 added minutes have been indicated.
A probing pass. And he's quick to get rid. And it's James Rodriguez. It's a searching pass. Shoots! And it's in! The invitation was clear, and it was accepted with the utmost glee.
And his manager couldn't look happier. That's the kind of interplay they've been working on in training, and it came off beautifully.
And when the manager called on him, he was only too happy to repay that faith.
I think the manager's claiming an assist here.
Well, they may be down, but they're in no mood to go quietly. Not the most accurate pass. Now it's Cristiano Ronaldo. He's had it taken off him. And we're done. Paris Saint-Germain pretty much in utopia, imposing themselves in the manner they wanted right from the start. A show all about one side's remorselessness, ruthlessness, relentlessness. Batistuta.
Hello everyone, and welcome to...
Well, what a scene we have here. There's a real expectant buzz in the stadium, and the players on the pitch are raring to go any minute now. There's nothing quite like match day, especially here. This crowd doesn't do ordinary, and we should be in for something very special. Things already rolling. Batistuta reaching his double century today, well on his way to becoming a part of the furniture in this part of the footballing world.
Yeah, and he looks like he's raring to go here too, Peter. You can really tell how eager he is to leave his mark on this game. And when he's in that sort of a mood, he usually gets what he wants.
Passes coming off in quick succession here. Good pressure, determined, intense. Lovely feet. Mbappe! Goal! Paris Saint-Germain! A truly wonderful strike, decorated with dip and curl.
Well, it's one of those, Peter, when you've got to take your hat off and just say, too good.
Paris Saint-Germain penetrate first. It is a truly precious lead.
Yeah, that's exactly what they required, but they need to be careful now. That goal could serve as a wake-up call for the hosts.
And it's hoisted clear. And he's only too happy to take that back. Vardiol, great vision. Mbappe. And if you have just joined us, still just one goal between them. 1-0 the score. Mbappe, renowned for his long-range shooting. Chiellini. Now it's Cruyff. And here's Batistuta. Now it's Bellingham. Searching passes played there. Konate did well to stay calm there. Nicely spread. Now it's Messi. And here's Mbappe. The pressing's intense and it's paid off.
Well, that was well positioned and well pinched. They can't hurt with their backs to goal.
Looking for the run. And a chance! Messi. Now it's Batistuta. It's loose and there's a race for the ball. Oh, and that is really good tenacity. And that has been cleared. And it's Rodri. Ivory Coast are looking to go forward now.
It looks very much like they'd be happy to settle for this narrow lead at the break.
Plays a sharp little ball here. That'll be a corner. Ibrahimovic! Nearly, but not quite. Oh, that's nice. Mbappe! And that should get the job done. And that brings the first half to a close. So a steady, solid and more than satisfactory first half. They've got the lead and that gives them something to build on after the break. Paris Saint-Germain coming in at half-time, leading by 1-0.
Yeah, I like the fact that there was a genuine flow to this game as well as intent, but I can't help feeling that their efforts deserved that little bit more.
Paris Saint-Germain looking solid, if not too much more at half-time. It's 1-0. And we are back underway. Paris Saint-Germain currently ahead by the smallest of margins. And that has earned a reprieve for the time being. Thuram is a perfect combination of brain and brawn.
Well, he certainly wasn't in the mood to take any risks.
It was all about the quality of the delivery, and they come away with nothing. Messi. Oh, facing up to his adversary. This is a formidable matchup. Quality ball. So what can they make of this? Now it's Mbappe. Tries to pass it through. Well read, nice interception. Cruyff looking in every way a marked man at the moment.
Well, it makes sense, Peter, that if he's frustrated, the whole attack may suffer.
Musiala. Ivory Coast couldn't do a whole lot with it there. They could do with more sharpness in their passing. Your impression so far, Jim?
Well, it's not looking good, Peter. You can't just stop playing once you've gone ahead. You're
Tries one from range! Oh, he's given that plenty, but no.
Ibrahimovic just can't be faulted for taking on the opportunity. That sort of distance is usually up his street.
Substitution for Côte d'Ivoire, number 22.
So time for change, and this one has been on the cards for a little while.
Well, this could be a bit of a nightmare scenario for the defence, as you're going to be facing...
Oh, terrible pass. Goes for a shot! It's in! And with that, he becomes a member of the exclusive 300 Club.
After 72 minutes is...
Minimal lapse, maximum punishment. How that hurts.
Well, you've got to give him credit for pressing so quickly there.
So that's two now without reply.
Well, now's the time you can afford to be more daring, Peter. It may be tempting to sit on this, but I'd say go and grab a third.
Rui Costa. And it's Bellingham. Can he get on the end of this? Cruyff is flagged offside.
Substitution for Côte d'Ivoire, number 14. Dennis Bergkamp, number 17. Lionel Messi, coming on the field, number 15.
Vardiol
André Shevchenko,
knocks it into space, and he's picked it up out wide. Paris Saint-Germain have time on their side now, as well as a two-goal lead. It is just about done.
You can never be short of runners into space, as long as the space left behind is filled.
And that's a throw-in. Costa Curta. Chiellini. Not too much more here than seeing out time, and time is very nearly seen out.
3 minutes at a time.
Board shows there will be 3 extra minutes. And this is Batistuta. He's in, must be! Real chance! And the keeper couldn't hold it. Oh, just lacked a decent finish. Rui Costa. And that's that. It's a super show all round, both sides doing their best to impose themselves, but one evidently, undeniably better equipped than the other. Ibrahimovic taking in the accolades, having been named man of the match, and deservedly so.
Hello, everyone, and welcome to...
So it all boils down to this. The team so desperate to be up amongst the big hitters. And today, only a win suffices. It truly doesn't get any better, any bigger than this. There's nothing quite like match day, especially here. This crowd doesn't do ordinary, and we should be in for something very special. And that gets things running. Paris Saint-Germain need all the support they can get here. To say this is crucial would be to understate massively. Jim, you've played in games of this nature. Who can make the difference?
Well, Peter, a team's spine so often starts with Manuel Neuer. The moniker of sweeper keeper often hides another strength of his, which is his distribution, one that always puts his teammates on a positive footing.
Yes, they'll certainly be leaning heavily on him. Now it's Zico. Oh, such a clever touch. There's the header! Oh, good finish. Ah, it's offside and that'll count for nothing.
Yeah, spot on, although he takes issue with that.
Disappointment and relief on either side, nothing doing. Sabani. Costa Curta. And here's Mbappe. Plays a sharp little ball here. Neuer gets his hands on it and the danger is averted. Costa Curta. Ibrahimovic. Clipped into space. Big chance! Goal! Paris Saint-Germain! And who else? Who else? This is what he lives for, taking centre stage yet again.
Number 7, Diego Forlan.
The movement so precise, the finish sumptuous.
Look, if you want to be effective on the break, then the key element is always pace. That's what really rips defences apart, and it's difficult to find an answer to it when it's applied like that.
Paris Saint-Germain penetrate first. It is a truly precious lead.
How important will this turn out to be? This is going to give them a lot more options now.
Oh, they can break here. Threads one in. No messing about, just bludgeoned away. Oh, good read.
That was well played, well stopped.
Now it's Hazard. And here's Yamal, knocks it into space, takes a shot, and it's in. That is remarkable, all square in a matter of moments.
Well, if ever you want to see a lesson in responding to a deficit, that's it. Their heads didn't drop, and now their chins are up. Yeah, a fantastic run and a fantastic pass to play him in. Both needed to be timed to perfection, and they were.
It's starting to look very interesting, this.
Well, there's resilience for you, Peter. As a side, they never lost focus despite the setback, and this is thoroughly merited. For me, now they can go one better, possibly.
Looking to play him in. Kimmich, defending his corner stubbornly, stood up very well to his man. And it's Kimmich. And here's Messi. Oh, nice one too, very nice. Oh, facing up to his adversary, this is a formidable matchup. Expertly cut out, really nicely done. And he's there to belt it away. Time then for the first substitution of the game.
Well, he's someone renowned for his pace and those darting little runs, but also for being a very good ball carrier as well. They want to add more dynamism to that front line.
Oh no! Now, can they get him away? Paris Saint-Germain have rung the changes already. They could, of course, make further alterations at half-time. Camavinga. He's had a fair tumble under that challenge. And they can counter here. Now it's Pelé. Tries to play it through. Pacho. Bergkamp looking to be a menace in the final third. And it's half-time. Well, the glass is either half full or half empty. Neither side yet truly to impose themselves, and it's level pegging at half-time. So, nothing in it, Jim. What do you think?
Well, it sets up a very entertaining second half, Peter. Who's going to make the first move, trying to win this, and how they might find a way to sustain good pressure.
So, all square at half-time, each side matching the other blow for blow at the break. So, straight into the second half.
Drogba really needed to concentrate on protecting the ball. Then again, he was being very closely marshalled.
They've got a corner here. Liverpool are looking to go forward now. Lovely pass, but can he get there? Oh, now here's an interesting matchup. Messi going face-to-face with his great rival. Tries to putt. Yamal! And he couldn't finish.
He did well there, held his run enough to ensure he didn't stray offside.
Well, Peter, just see here how a lot of the attacking players aren't dropping back anymore.
And that means just one thing, I suppose.
Yeah, they just simply want to engage the counter-attack.
Well, the movement is slick, the speed is slippery. The defence, though, able to hold on this time.
He just needed to be quicker then. This defence won't give you time to second-guess yourself. Well, he got rid because he was under pressure.
Messi. Neither of these two want to come off second best. Well, quality clearly deserted him at the crucial moment.
Well, the pass wasn't good enough, and he knows it.
Now there's a decent chance! Goal! Paris Saint-Germain! Have they done it now? Could this be the final push towards the ultimate goal?
Well, they clearly fancy their chances now of winning this. A lead at this time that really seems to have re-energised them.
Oh, the deftness of touch, received it delightfully and finished it off sumptuously.
Well, I think he knew all he had to do was get it under control, and it was always going to end up in the back of the net thereafter.
Substitution for Liverpool, number 20.
Liverpool choosing to make the first change. Well, this is what we've been waiting for.
Look, he's the one everyone expects to put the ball in the net. That's what he's paid to do.
Number 5, Fermin Lopez.
He's found a way through. Nicely weighted ball. Oh, well played.
Well, there's plenty to like about this approach. Get your head down, keep battling away, and eventually things might change for you.
And this is Forlan.
That's just playing it safe and simple.
Substitution for Paris Saint-Germain. Number 17, Pelé. Number 7, Diego Forlan. Coming on the field, Johan Cruyff.
Camavinga tries to clear.
Gabriel Batistuta.
Gets his head on it! And that would have been game, set and match.
Just got too eager there, I think, Peter. Had half an eye on the two-goal cushion.
Bergkamp. Cruyff. Now looking to orchestrate a counter.
Have been indicated.
Time added on 4 minutes. And here's Batistuta. Now it's Mbappe. He's got away. And that's it. A win, a triumph, a time to crank up the music, charge the glass. This is going to be quite a party. How do you look back on the game then, Jim?
What a game, what a performance, and right when they needed it, Peter. How many teams have in the past got it so wrong on the day and took a long time to recover, or worse? I just think we should offer our congratulations.
So many thanks to Jim Beglin. That's all we have time for. Good evening to you.
This is a staff announcement. Could a member of staff report to the information desk?